Hello everybody, it's Coach Dave here and welcome to this week's track guide. We're at Daily Race B at Circuit de Sainte-Croix B. Very difficult track to get right. Policy is got to be close to the top 10, and because it's Monday I'm within the top 10, P5, half a second away from the fastest time. Very difficult track to get right. We're in the Nissan GTR. You got to do the racing hard tires, which means quite a bit of understeer. But fundamentally, the reason this lap time is so difficult to get is because you need to get on the power as early as possible. It's not about braking late, it's about getting on the power early. However, you still got to stick to the fundamentals, which is never get on the power before the apex. If you do that, you're asking the car to do too much. So your positioning of the car on the line has to be really good, because if you do get on the power too early, you could understeer wide and off the track, which was happening to me quite a lot in this track guide. So it took me quite a while to get some decent laps in, but I decided to show you two of my best laps, obviously, just so that you can get an idea of which way to go around here. Obviously now, overtaking around here, not so easy, and the reason why we choose the Nissan is because it's basically a set of long straights, so you need the top end, and this car has plenty of it. So you also need a very stable car on entry because of the commitment that you have to carry through the corner. So we'll just jump in from where this lap is at the moment. We're heading now to quite a difficult long right-hander. In my opinion, the best thing to do is to get as close to the wall as possible as soon as possible. If you try to take a wide line and you miss that apex, you're going to be hesitating on the power on the exit, and you're going to be losing time down this long straight, which is now through a flat out right kink, followed by a difficult braking area, because it's like putting, trying to make a hole-in-one from here to Jupiter. You got to commit to the corner and to your line so early, and the apexes are so far away that if you get that entry wrong, you're really going to compromise yourself on the exits. Going through here, double left, very difficult to do flat, because if you enter on the wrong line, you're going to understeer to the right. Small lift through this right-hander is actually ideal so that you can set up this long left-hander. You can gear down or stay in fifth gear. I geared down to help with a little bit with the rotation. Just be mindful of the bumps. Around this whole track there are some sneaky bumps which catch people out, and that's one of the key successes of a Gran Turismo Fantasy track. It's not just a good layout, they pay attention to the details of the bumps. Okay, now we're going to cut to my best lap, and I'll commentate the whole way through, staying focused on what you should and should not do. Brake around the 100 meter board here, just before the 100 meters actually, just so you can get the front in. Go onto the green, but keep two wheels on the outside to avoid track limits. Third gear to get the rotation, then not short shift up to fourth, but get up to fourth while you're on the exit curb. Hug this long right, and then turn in early for this left-hander. If you turn in too late, you're going to go over the crest and understeer wide. So make sure you clip that curb there. There was actually a little bit of understeer there, but just on the limit where I can get on the power and accelerate down this long right-hander. You can do two lines here. You can either hug the inside or take this sort of wider line. Small lift through here, tap of the brakes to get the front in, then down to fourth gear. Be very patient, brake on that darker patch, and try and get the car pointed as straight as possible onto the bridge section. Be very patient through there. If you push the car too hard through there, you're going to lose time, you're going to slide around, you're going to get understeer. Here, the braking is downhill, so brake just after 150, down to second, again just to get that rotation in. There's a nasty bump just at the exit, which is going to catch you out and push into the wall, up to third gear. And again here, turn in earlier than you think and stay close to this right-hand wall as much as you can, being patient, and get on the power as early as you can. The earlier you get on the power there, the longer your straight is. The later you get on the power there, the shorter your straight is. So you're going to lose time if you get on the power too late. This is pretty obvious. Okay, now flat through this right-hand kink, spotting the braking boards on the left. To be honest with you, I think we brake it around 100. There's the 200, 150, just before the 100, braking down to second gear just to get that rotation, short shift up to third, over the little bumps there, maximizing the curb there, bringing it to the right so that we can take these double lefts easy flat. It's never going to be easy because you're going to understeer through this towards this right-hander. Small lift, then over the crest, turn it earlier than you think when it's just blind, and then flat on the exit up to fifth gear. This final corner, you want to get right by attacking the entry as much as you can. As you could see there, I went to third gear just to get some rotation and then shifted up to fourth for the exit. Again, trying to get on the power as early as I could, but from the apex and afterwards. This is so important. It's the fundamentals of driving. It's the one thing I start coaching with every day is I tell the guys, listen, the best way to get the best dynamics out of this car is to accelerate on or after the apex. That is the fundamental number one. Okay, so if you get that right, then you'll be halfway there. But that will all start with where you brake and where you turn. So make sure you get your rotation done at the apex, before the apex, so when you get on the power, you're pointing as straight as possible, theoretically, towards the exit. So there you go, that's this week's track guide. If you're looking for some coaching with GD Sport, feel free to ping me on davidperel.net/coaching. If you want some merch, t-shirts and caps and stuff, that's shop.davidperel.net. And thank you so much to my channel sponsors, and also a huge thank you to my Patreon members for keeping this channel going. Until the next lap, I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.